Hi friends, you guys did a great job with expanded form and your number bonds, and I can't wait to see what you've drawn in from there. So now we're going to get started to today's objective, what we're going to learn today. So repeat after me. I can add and subtract like units. You might be thinking, what is a like unit? Well, a like unit is either tens or ones. So if I have a bunch of tens, then I can subtract other tens from those tens, and the same with ones. Let's get started so I can show you what I mean. Let's start with ones. Right away, I can see on this tape diagram that I have 3 here and 2 here. I know that my big whole is 5. I can also write it by saying 5, take away the 2 that are colored in, pretend that they're cupcakes you're eating, you eat the 2 cupcakes, and then you have 3 left over. Let's think in our brain. What are a couple of other equations that we can write with these 3 numbers? And I'm thinking of a number bond here. I'm thinking of a fact family. If I have my number bond 5 as my big whole, 2 as a little part, and 3 as a little part, what are 2 other equations that I can write? Think in your brain, and then I want you to try to write it on your own paper or whiteboard. You can pause this video if you need to. Awesome. If you wrote 2 and 3 is the same as 5, and 5 take away 3 is the same as 2, then you were correct. Now we have our 4 equations that match these 3 numbers, and we can see the relationship between all of them. Now we were adding and subtracting like units. Were we adding tens or ones? That's right, we were adding ones and subtracting ones. Let's see what happens when we put some tens into it and see if we can use the same strategy for tens. And here is put my 4 equations on this side so that we can remember them, and then I have my same 5 circles here with 2 colored in. Now watch what I'm going to do next. I'm going to put a star next to this equation because this is the one I want you to think about. And I'm going to add 4 groups of 10. I know a 10 looks like a long line. So I've got 1 group of 10, 2 groups of 10, 3 groups of 10, 4 groups of 10, which is the same as 40. Now I want you to see that I have 43 plus 2, and I put a little star next to that one. What did I do to this equation? That's right, I added 40. So instead of 3, now I have 43. So what do you think my answer is going to be? What do you think my big whole is going to be? If you took 43 and decomposed it into 40 and 3, then you could see easily that 40 and 3 and 2 is the same as 45. All I had to do was decompose my groups of 10 and my ones, and then I added 3 and 2. So I added my like unit. So if I'm adding 3 and 2, am I adding tens or ones? That's right, I'm only adding ones, and that's going to make it really easy for me to do problems like this in the future. So let's do another one here. Let me just zoom you down a little bit. What if I want to do 45 minus 3? How could I subtract like units? What's my first step? Yeah, my first step is I'm going to decompose and find my like units, right? So should I decompose 3 or should I decompose 45? Decomposing 45 would be a good idea because I could decompose it into my tens and my ones. So now I have 40 and 5 minus 3. Should I take 3 away from 40 or should I take 3 away from 5? Which one is the like unit? I'm going to take 3 away from 5 because I'm taking 3 ones, like this, away from 5 ones. My 40 stays exactly the same. So Now I know 5 minus 3 is 2. I can draw my little place value chart here. 5 minus 3 is 2, so I'm going to put a 2 in my ones place. And my 40 stays exactly the same. And I know 4 tens means that I'm going to put a digit 4 in the tens place. So now I see that 45 minus 3 equals 42. On your assignment, I want you to do something really similar to this. So it's going to look like, let me just get another one here, something like this. And I want you to decompose this number and then subtract the like unit, which in this case would be ones, to get your answer. Then I'm going to make another video and we're going to keep doing this, maybe with subtracting and adding some tens for our like units. Okay, have fun and I can't wait to see what you do.